Hello, my name's Katie and welcome to this I inventoried my whole wardrobe video. I may have gone a little bit over the top with it, but let's have a look. Today we're here at wardrobe number 2 while I take you through how I inventoried my whole wardrobe. Now this process is based on a video that I saw by the Stitches called the Basics Table, which I'll link down below. She just inventoried all her basics, but because I'm a little bit extra, I decided to just go through and inventory everything in my wardrobe. If you want to know more about just the basics in my wardrobe, head on over to my previous video. Stay tuned if you want to see all the clothes that I have. So the idea of the basics table is that you, draw up a table and across the top you have all the colours in the rainbow, and then down the side you have all the different kinds of garments that you own. Now mine has quite a few pages because I have quite a lot of clothes and I decided to divide them into smaller categories. So instead of just tops, I have short sleeve tops, long sleeve tops, sleeveless tops, etc. I should also note that this inventory does not include my work clothes, except for the 11 pairs of pants that I found that I wasn't even wearing. And it doesn't include my loungewear, my clothes that I only wear at home. Also, I should note that I have already gone through the KonMari process. Remember when that was all the rage? About 4 or 5 years ago. Now there were a few clothes that I didn't include in that process, which I found recently. Again, I did a video about that, so check that one out if you'd like. During the KonMari process, I only got rid of maybe 10% of my clothes, and some of them I even regret saying goodbye to, but such is life. Now I'm okay with that because, as she says in her book, you can say goodbye to as many or as few items as you like. It's whatever makes you happy that you keep. But I have realised more recently that the reason why I kept so many clothes is because I wasn't sure what my style was. And so I kept a lot of things because I wasn't sure if I'd want to wear them later on someday down the track. Now that I've thought about it a lot more and sort of solidified what my style is, I can see a lot of these clothes on the list that I don't really want or need anymore. However, I do have a sentimental attachment to a lot of them, so it might be quite difficult to let them go. We'll see. Let's just stick to the inventorying today and not make any difficult decisions right now. So, would you like to know the grand totals? And bear in mind this doesn't include work clothes or loungewear. Hi, Editing Katie here, just letting you know that I added up wrong and some of the numbers in this next section are incorrect. The numbers that appear on the screen are correct. Tops. That includes t-shirts, tunic tops, tank tops, long sleeve tops, etc. 149. Bottoms, including pants, shorts and skirts. 73. Dresses. Now, I very, very rarely wear dresses. I'd like to incorporate them more into my wardrobe, but I haven't really yet. Even still though, I have 32 dresses. And outers, which includes overlayer shirts, cardigans, boleros, short sleeve, long sleeve cardigans, jackets. 56. That comes to a grand total of 180 pieces of clothing. And this is post KonMari purge. This is supposedly ideal conditions. Wow. Now, why do I have so many clothes? I've already talked about why I didn't want to donate or say goodbye to a lot of my clothes, but why do I have so many clothes in the first place? Now, the first thing you need to keep in mind is this represents 25 to 30 years of buying clothes. Some of these clothes I've had since I was a teenager. I still have the dress that I was wearing when I met my first boyfriend, and I haven't worn it for years, and I think it still fits, I'm not sure. But the main reason I haven't gotten rid of it is because I'm sentimental. I'm extremely sentimental about physical objects. I wouldn't say I'm a hoarder. I have gotten rid of a lot of clothes over the years, but there are certain pieces that they bring back so many memories that I don't want to say goodbye. And in fact, KonMari has a section in her book about what to do if you have items like that. She suggests that you keep them because giving them away would make you unhappy, and the aim is to make you happy. So maybe if you have several of an item, keep one, and then maybe you can repurpose it for another purpose, and it'll still be in your life and remind you of those memories, but it'll be in your life in a more practical way. So then when I went to work full time, I had more income, I had more cash to splash, and so I bought a lot of clothes. In those moments when I wasn't very happy, yes, retail therapy was the main way that I cheered myself up. So I bought a lot of clothes, not really for any reason, not really thinking about it, just bought them. Some of them I really love, and a lot of them I didn't really like that much once I got them home, and so I only wore them a couple of times, or sometimes never at all. Now, this next one might seem like a bit of a contradiction, but I think another reason why I have so many clothes is that I am living in a larger body, and there's less to choose from when you're my size. I'm an Australian size 26, and I'm not ashamed of that at all. That's just how my body is. And I've been various sizes throughout my life, from a 16 through a 26. I actually used to have a lot of size 16 to 18 clothes that were no longer fitted, and I kept them for many years, and I carried them around through 3 different moves of house before I finally came to realize that they probably were never going to fit again, and I was better off just getting rid of them. They were just baggage, literally as well as metaphorically. Now, the other thing about having less selection when it comes to clothes that fit you is you grab whatever you can, when you can. It reminds me of when I was a student at uni and I had very little money on my student allowance. I mostly ate 2-minute noodles and packs of frozen veggies, but every now and then they had a day at uni where you could get a free sausage and bread, and you would line up for hours to get that sausage because sausages, special treat. And I feel like as a plus size person, you're working by the same principle when you're buying clothes. If you see something you like, if you see something you don't even like that much, but it fits you, you buy it because you don't know when that's going to come up again. So if you go into a department store like Target or Big W, in those places there's a huge clothing section, but then you go all the way down to the back and there's the large size clothes. I would find maybe 10 pieces that would fit me, and maybe only 2 of them I actually liked, or 1 maybe, if I was lucky, that I thought would fit my style. But I would always come away with clothes that I didn't actually like that much, because I justified it to myself, well, I could wear that to work, or maybe I could alter it and make it nicer, or make it fit me better. And that's how I ended up with so many clothes, and also clothes that I didn't really like that much and never wore. I'm so glad George is with me today, because some of that is quite deep. If you've ever gone through the same thing and you feel the same way, please let me know, because I think we need to form a community of people that understand each other and know what each other is going through. George agrees.
And now we return you to our regular scheduled program.
So doing this inventory has really helped me realize that I have a lot of clothes of certain colors and categories and kind of lacking in other ones. So for example, I have a lot of t-shirts in many different colors with a lot of different styles of motifs on them. So I'll show you some examples. Here's a top that I bought, must have been at least 20 years ago. I remember wearing it to a New Year's Eve party in around 2001, 2002. Like, I distinctly remember those millennium vibes. But it's just so cute. I mean, yeah, it's black, and I've said I don't really like black, but this embroidery is just so beautiful. I like the tied neckline as well. I would never get rid of this. I mean, I don't wear it very often anymore, but I'm going to keep this until it literally falls apart, and then I'll probably cut the embroidery off and use it on something else. Don't worry, I won't hurt you. It's alright. At the opposite end of the spectrum, there's this. I hated this even when I bought it. Why did I buy it? It's so ugly. I used to wear it to work sometimes and to things like birthday dinners and stuff like that. For some reason, when it comes to patterned fabrics, I don't like ones with a white background. That's just my aesthetic choice. But here we are. So here's a cute little bolero jacket type thing made out of jeans fabric that I bought, must have been 10 years ago. I've only worn it a couple of times because it's a bit tight around the sleeves. It's a size 20, which is too small for me, but I bought it anyway because this was the largest size they had left. And look how cute it is. And this is an example of buying clothes that you know aren't going to fit, but you buy them anyway because you think, oh, maybe I can alter it and make it fit me better or whatever, or I'll just jam it on and not be able to move my arms for the day, and who cares? But why should you have to compromise like that? I have a bag full of clothes that I'd put aside to dye them, to try and make them colours that I like more. So for example, I have this pencil skirt. It's black with green stripes, and I bought this from Target maybe 10 at least years ago, 15 years, and I think I wore it once. I'm not really into pencil skirts, and I'm not really into stripes. I mean, I'm not against stripes. I mean, I don't wear tights, so I'd probably wear leggings underneath, and then that would only be in really cold weather because I get hot quite easily. To be honest, I don't know why I'm keeping this. Even if I dyed it a different colour, I still wouldn't like it anymore, I don't think. I mean, the green is a perfectly good colour. What I really should do is just say goodbye and give it to someone else who is going to wear it and love it and not let it sit in a cupboard for 10, 15 years. I actually remember the day I bought this. It's weird the things you remember. I went to Target and this was the only thing that I even vaguely sorta kinda liked, and that was why I bought it. Bit silly, hey? Also in the to be dyed bag is a top I bought from ASOS probably 10 years ago maybe. It's a tank top, quite nice, really nice and drapey, but it's in that really horrible orange colour that I don't like at all, but was all the rage like back in the mid-2000s if you remember. I've never worn this top because of the colour. I bought it because it was the only colour available, even though I can't stand this colour. And I bought this top intending to dye it right from the beginning, so that's why I put it in the alterations basket. But now, finally, I might actually dye it and wear it and love it, hopefully. We'll find out. 2 more of these ugly orange tops. And this top that I'm wearing today, I've probably had for about 15 years at least. It's a little bit pilled now, but I really love this detail of the short little bodice and then the gathering just above the bust line. I think that's really cute and I think it looks good on me, and I wish they still made tops like that, but such is fashion. I mean, I would snap up as many as I could in any colour really. It's really comfy and it just looks so cute and makes me look good. Maybe I'll try and sew some. I think that would be a good project for the future. So, what to do with all this information? Well, if you know anything about statistics, you'll know that there's not much point in collecting statistics if you don't actually do something with them. So what can I do with these statistics? Well, I know that I can get rid of some black pants. I have 42 basics, so I don't need that many basics, seeing as I don't even have time for basics. A couple of the black tank tops, perhaps. I have 54 t-shirts, but I like almost all of them, so that's a tough one. I have 4 or 5 black floral tunic tops or dresses that I've mostly never worn. So I can probably, if not get rid of those, at least stop buying them. Good tip. I only have 1 pair of shorts. I'd never used to like wearing shorts, but I've warmed to them a lot in recent years because they keep me cool, get it? So I want to get some more shorts. Now when it comes to style clothes, I have 13 knee-length or mid-length skirts, but only 1 full-length skirt. And I keep making more knee-length skirts because they're just so easy to make. I have like 2 already in progress, but I need to stop doing that and make more of a variety of skirts. I have 33 cardigans, including both short sleeve and long sleeve, so stop buying cardigans. I do really like layering though, so I like to wear a little bolero or an overshirt over the top of like a tank top or a sleeveless top or dress. Even though I have quite a lot of those pieces, I'm probably going to keep them all so that I can mix and match different colours and different styles. I know I'm probably being a bit overindulgent, but I actually think I'm going to keep almost everything. And the reason for that is because when it comes to my style or styles, they tend to range through a lot of different colours. So all the pastels for cottagecore and morike, all of the brown, cream, tan type colours. I also like the kind of green and burgundy colourways that you see in a lot of Mori fashion. So I want to either keep or build up more of those pieces. I'm basically just making excuses for myself to keep everything. I like grunge as well, but that tends to move into more colourways that I don't like so much, like red and black. So I want to maybe try and combine my grunge baby instincts with maybe pastel and do a pastel grunge or a pastel punk type aesthetic. I think that's the direction I'm going to move to in the future. There aren't actually many resources online for pastel punk or pastel grunge that I've found, so if you know of any, let me know. Maybe I'll just have to be the pioneer in that fashion style. Thank you so much for watching this video. I would encourage you to like and subscribe if you enjoyed it. No pressure though, I'm just glad that you watched, and I hope you have a great day or evening. I think you're amazing, and so does George. Bye! Stop looking down, woman. Just show that up on the screen, don't you? Yeah, just show that up on the screen. All good. Oh, what does that equal in total? Oh, can't do maths. Jeez, you want me to do maths now? 9 and 3 is 12. Should I start at the lowest or the most shockingly highest? Wow, this is like fully fully intense, like fully. Don't you agree, George? I'm glad you're with me today. I'm gonna find something really ugly, like massively ugly. Oh, I know. Don't worry, there is some. Oh, it's got a stain on it. Would you like to say hello to the people? Say hello. Say hello. As soon as the camera's on, he just hates it. He's actually much more good looking in real life, I promise you. Yeah, okay, say goodbye to the people. And closed for the day. That one actually doesn't close. Yeah.